I am Asma, Zoology faculty from Sri NRI Junior College. In this video, I am going to explain you about Plasmodium vivax life cycle. What is Plasmodium vivax? It is a malarial parasite. It causes a disease to man called malaria. Actually, Plasmodium vivax will occur in two phases, that is human phase and mosquito phase. Plasmodium vivax generally occurs in two phases, that is human phase and mosquito phase. Today in this video, I am going to explain you about Plasmodium vivax in human phase. Plasmodium vivax, life cycle of Plasmodium vivax in human phase. Human phase means this Plasmodium occurs either in female human being or male human being. Okay. Next, Plasmodium vivax is a digenetic parasite. Means it completes its life cycle in two hosts. Primary host is female Anopheles mosquito. Primary host is female Anopheles mosquito and secondary host is man. Secondary host is man. Plasmodium vivax, it causes a disease called malaria. Plasmodium vivax వల్ల మనిషికి మలేరియా జ్వరం వస్తుంది. ఈ ప్లాస్మోడియం అనేది డైజెనెటిక్ పారాసైట్. ఇది ఒక డైజెనెటిక్ పారాసైట్ అంటే ఇది దాని జీవిత చక్రాన్ని రెండు హోస్ట్లో కంప్లీట్ చేస్తుంది. ఇట్ కంప్లీట్స్ ఇట్స్ లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ఇన్ టూ హోస్ట్, హెన్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డైజెనెటిక్ పారాసైట్. The primary host of Plasmodium vivax is female Anopheles mosquito and secondary host is man. Here why man is considered as secondary host for Plasmodium vivax? Because asexual life cycle of the Plasmodium takes place in human beings. Hence human being is considered as secondary host for Plasmodium vivax. Then why this female Anopheles mosquito is considered as primary host for Plasmodium? Because the sexual life cycle of the Plasmodium vivax takes place in female Anopheles mosquito. Sexual life cycle is very important. So this life cycle takes place in female Anopheles mosquito. Hence female Anopheles mosquito is considered as primary host for Plasmodium and human being is considered as secondary host for Plasmodium vivax because the asexual life cycle of Plasmodium completed in man. Next, in man, this Plasmodium vivax is a intracellular parasite or cytozoic parasite, means it lives within the cell. In which cells it lives? It lives in liver cells and also RBC of man. RBC means red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes of man. It lives in the liver cells and RBC of man. Hence it is a cytozoic parasite. Next, in mosquito, this parasite is considered as extracellular parasite. Means in mosquito it is present outside the cell. Hence it is called extracellular. But in human beings, this Plasmodium occurs in cells. Hence it is called cytozoic parasite or intracellular parasite. It lives in the liver cells and RBC of man. In mosquito, it is considered as extracellular parasite. Means it lives outside the cells in mosquito. Next, infective stage of Plasmodium to man is sporozoite stage. Sporozoite stage is the infective stage of Plasmodium to man. Here, mode of infection is by inoculation. What is inoculation? Mosquito bite. మోడ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ ఈజ్ బై ఇనాక్యులేషన్. అంటే దోమ కాటు ద్వారా ఈ ప్లాస్మోడియము ఒక మనిషి నుంచి ఇంకో మనిషికి చేరుతుంది. ఇనాక్యులేషన్ మీన్స్ మస్కిటో బైట్. సో మోడ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ ఈజ్ ఇనాక్యులేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ ప్రైమరీ host is female Anopheles mosquito, secondary host is man, and reservoir host of Plasmodium vivax is monkey. Sporozoite is the infective stage of Plasmodium to man. Now we will discuss about the structure of sporozoite. Sporozoite is sickle shaped structure. Sporozoite is a sickle shaped structure. Middle end of the sporozoite is swollen and both the ends are pointed. Middle end is swollen and both the ends are pointed. Next, the body of sporozoite is covered with pellicle. Body of sporozoite is covered with pellicle. Protective layer of the body of sporozoite is called pellicle. Next, inside the pellicle, in the body of sporozoite, many microtubules are present. They are useful for wriggling movements of the sporozoites. Next, in the cytoplasm of the sporozoites, nucleus, mitochondria, and endoplasmic reticulum are present. Mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, and Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, and mitochondria are present. The body of sporozoite is spindle shaped and it is covered by pellicle. Next, inside the pellicle, that is in cytoplasm, many microtubules are present. These microtubules are useful for wriggling movements of the sporozoite. Next, inside the cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi complex, and endoplasmic reticulum are present. At the anterior end of the sporozoite, a depression is present. It is called apical cup. The depression which is present at the anterior end of the sporozoite is called apical cup. Next, in the sporozoite at the anterior end, a pair of secretory organelles are present. These secretory organelles secretes cytolytic enzymes. Cytolytic enzymes means cell dissolving enzymes. Okay, at the anterior end of the sporozoite, a cup-like depression is present. It is called apical cup. Below this apical cup, a pair of secretory organelles are present. These secretory organelles secretes cytolytic enzyme, that is cell dissolving enzymes. These cytolytic enzymes are useful for easy penetration of sporozoite into the liver cells. These cytolytic enzymes which are secreted by the secretory organelles are useful for easy penetration of sporozoites into the liver cells. Apical cup. What is apical cup? It is the depression present at the anterior end of the sporozoite. Next, in the sporozoite, entire body of the sporozoite consists of convoluted tubules. Many convoluted tubules also present in the body of sporozoite, which extends throughout the length of its body. The function of convoluted tubules is unknown. This is about the structure of sporozoite. What is sporozoite? Sporozoite is the infective stage of Plasmodium to man. Next, the sporozoite is covered by a protective membrane called pellicle. Inside the pellicle, many microtubules are present. They are useful for wriggling movements. Okay. Next, in the cytoplasm of the sporozoite, nucleus is present. nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex are present. Okay, at the anterior end, a depression is present. It is called apical cup. A pair of secretory organelles also present at the anterior end of the sporozoite. These are called secretory organelles, which secrete cytolytic enzymes. They are cell-dissolving enzyme. They are useful for easy penetration of sporozoites into the liver cells. This is about the structure of sporozoite. I hope it is clear. Now, we will discuss about the hepatic schizogony and human face. Here, when Plasmodium infected mosquito bites and sucks the blood of healthy man. When Plasmodium infected mosquito bites and sucks the blood of healthy man, what happens? Nearly 2,000 sporozoites enters into the blood of man through its saliva. Its saliva means saliva of mosquito. Actually, female Anopheles mosquito is a sanguivorous insect. It is a blood-sucking insect. It consists of piercing and sucking type of mouth parts. In female Anopheles mosquito, all mouth parts are modified into needle-like stylets. So when Plasmodium infected mosquito bites and sucks the blood of healthy man, what happens? These sporozoites, which are the infective stages, enters into the blood of man through its saliva. This was described by Garnham and Short. This hepatic schizogony described by Garnham and Short. According to Garnham, within half an hour, these sporozoites enters into the liver cells of man and starts hepatic schizogony, which was described by Garnham and Short. Within half an hour, according to Garnham and Short, within half an hour, the sporozoites enters into the liver cells of man and starts hepatic schizogony. This hepatic schizogony passes through two cycles, that is pre-erythrocytic cycle and exoerythrocytic cycle. First, about pre-erythrocytic cycle. Erythrocytes means erra rakta kanalu. Pre-erythrocytic cycle means the cycle which takes place before entering into the RBC. Means this life cycle takes place in liver cells. Next, what is exoerythrocytic cycle? Exo means outside. Erythrocytes means RBC. Here, this life cycle takes place outside the RBC. Means it takes place in liver cells. Means both life cycles, pre-erythrocytic cycle and exoerythrocytic, both are takes place in liver cells. రెండు సైకిల్స్ కూడా లివర్ సెల్స్లోనే జరుగుతాయి. Okay, next, now this sporozoite when enters into the liver cells, first we will discuss about the pre-erythrocytic cycle. All of you listen carefully. Okay, this sporozoite when enters into the liver cells of man, it transforms into spherical shaped trophozoite. It transforms into spherical shaped trophozoite, which is the feeding stage. Okay, this trophozoite now feeds on liver substances. Trophozoite, the sporozoite enters into the liver cells and transforms into trophozoite stage. Okay, this trophozoite stage is the feeding stage, no? It feeds on liver substances and grows in size. Now it is called schizont. Now it is called schizont. This stage is called schizont. When trophozoite feeds on liver substances and grows in size, it enters into Schizogony stage. In Schizogony stage, what happens? Schizogony takes place. What is Schizogony? Asexual multiple fission. Asexual multiple fission is called Schizogony. In Schizogony, what happens? Nucleus divides into many nuclear bits. Nuclear division is followed by cytoplasmic division. Means cytoplasm also divided into many cytoplasmic bits. Later, each nuclear bit is surrounded by a bit of cytoplasm and forms nearly 12,000 cryptozoites. Nearly 12,000 cryptozoites are formed in the liver cells of man. These cryptozoites, otherwise called first generation merozoites. These cryptozoites, otherwise called first generation merozoites. How many cryptozoites are formed? Nearly 12,000 cryptozoites are formed due to Schizogony in liver cells. Okay, these cryptozoites have two options. That is, these cryptozoites either enter into liver cells or they enter into RBC. If this cryptozoites enters into the liver cell, what happens? They continue exoerythrocytic cycle. ఒకవేళ ఈ క్రిప్టోజాయిడ్స్ లివర్ సెల్స్కి కొత్త లివర్ సెల్స్కి వెళ్తే ఎగ్జోఎరిథ్రోసైటిక్ సైకిల్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఒకవేళ ఈ క్రిప్టోజాయిడ్స్ ఆర్బీసీకి వెళ్తే ఎరిథ్రోసైటిక్ సైకిల్ జరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్స్ అగైన్ ఐ ఆమ్ రిపీటింగ్ pre-erythrocytic cycle. The sporozoite when enters into the liver cells, ఎప్పుడైతే స్పోరోజాయిడ్స్ లివర్ సెల్స్కి చేరుతాయో అవి ట్రోఫోజాయిడ్స్గా మారిపోతాయి. ట్రోఫోజాయిట్ అనేది ఫీడింగ్ స్టేజ్ అన్నమాట. ఈ స్టేజ్లో ఇది ఏం తింటుంది? లివర్లోని సబ్స్టెన్సెస్ని తిని సైజులో పెరుగుతుంది. ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని ఏమంటాము? షైజాన్ స్టేజ్ అని అంటాం. ఈ షైజాన్ స్టేజ్ లోపల ఏమవుతుంది? షైజోగనీ జరుగుతుంది. షైజోగనీ అంటే ఏంటి? మల్టిపుల్ ఎసెక్షువల్ మల్టిపుల్ ఫిజన్. అంటే ఇక్కడ న్యూక్లియస్ తర్వాత సైటోప్లాజం రెండు డివైడ్ అవుతాయి. డివైడ్ అయ్యి చాలా నియర్లీ 12,000 క్రిప్టోజాయిడ్స్ ఆర్ ఫార్మ్డ్. 12,000 క్రిప్టోజాయిడ్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతాయి దేని లోపల? షైజాంట్ లోపల. దేనివల్ల? షైజోగనీ అనే ప్రాసెస్ వల్ల. ఓకే, ఈ క్రిప్టోజాయిడ్స్కే ఇంకొక పేరేంటి? ఫస్ట్ జనరేషన్ మీరోజాయిడ్స్. ఈ క్రిప్టోజాయిడ్స్కి రెండు ఆప్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఇవి లివర్ సెల్స్కి వెళ్తే దే కంటిన్యూ దెర్ exoerythrocytic cycle. If they enter into or if they passes into RBC, they continue erythrocytic cycle. This pre-erythrocytic cycle is completed in 10 days. What is the duration of pre-erythrocytic cycle? 10 days. Okay, I hope you understood. Okay, next about exoerythrocytic cycle. Exo means outside, erythrocytes means RBC. This life cycle takes place outside the RBC, means it takes place in liver cells. Okay, they undergo changes similar to that of pre-erythrocytic cycle. The difference is that in exoerythrocytic cycle, second generation merozoites are formed. In pre-erythrocytic cycle, first generation merozoites are formed, no? But in exoerythrocytic cycle, second generation merozoites are formed. Second generation